Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commencement ceremony for El Dorado High School. Please welcome the Marine Corps Junior ROTC Sword Arch. Let us please stand and welcome the class of 2022. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the El Dorado High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC and the national anthem performed by our El Dorado Band. It is the tradition at El Dorado that we stand in silence, gentlemen remove their hats, and that we remain standing until the colors have left the floor. Seniors, please be seated. Audience, please be seated.
Hello, families, community members, and graduates. My name is Audrey Dixon, and I have had the honor of serving as this year's student body president. As we get started, I would like to introduce the people sitting on the stage today. Abby Spiller, student body treasurer. Sydney Moore, student body secretary. Gustav Borden, valedictorian. Rachel Waihe, assistant principal of curriculum and instruction. Josefina Dominguez, APS school board member. Troy Hughes, associate superintendent and leadership and learning zone 4. Martine Sandoval, principal, El Dorado High School. Scott Elder, superintendent of Albuquerque Public Schools. Cole Raison, theater director, El Dorado High School. Shaylin Fugate, salutatorian. Caroline Burrell, senior class secretary. Jamie Harvey, senior class treasurer. Mary Burns, senior class sponsor. El Dorado High School has an amazing culture that is undeniable, but wouldn't be possible to achieve if it wasn't for our amazing alumni, parents, faculty, and students. While we are graduating today, we will never lose the excellence, honor, and spirit that El Dorado has instilled in us. Thank you, community, for your everlasting support, and remember, once an eagle, always an eagle. At this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorian and salutatorian.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, staff, and class of 2022. My name is Shaylin Fugate, and it is my honor to be speaking to you today as the salutatorian of Eldorado's 2022 graduating class. I thank you all for joining us here today in celebration of a day that has been 13 years in the making.
I'm Gustav Borden, and I'm equally honored to be speaking to you today as Eldorado's 2022 valedictorian. These past 4 years have been, to say the least, atypical. However, despite all of the challenges of the pandemic, to modify a quote from Roman historian Titus Leviticus, hic mansimus optime, here we have remained most excellently.
It is truly incredible to think of everything that has happened, everything that we have been faced with, and everything that we have persevered through and overcome. Who would have thought going into high school that during the middle of our career here, the world would be plunged into a global pandemic, causing the end of our sophomore year to be online, then the entirety of our junior year, which is already arguably the hardest year to be online too. Certainly not me. Over these past 4 years, we have been faced with so many challenges that no other graduating class has ever had to face before, but we never faltered in the face of adversity. Instead, we all banded together to support each other through these truly unprecedented times. I know we're all sick of hearing that term, but it really is true. And we have come out of it stronger than ever. When I look around, I see an amazing group of people who are all incredibly talented, intelligent, and resilient. All incredible qualities that will serve us well in the future.
This is thanks to each and every person involved, our teachers and other faculty, our parents, as well as each of us. First, I would like to give a massive thank you to all of our teachers who have given their best efforts to teach us through the pandemic. This ranged from, at the start of the pandemic, going out of their way to make sure our students were still able to learn well in lockdown, despite having no existing background to do so, and making sure that students were prepared for advanced placement exams. 2, during our junior year, adapting our curriculum wholesale for learning virtually, and, when school opened back up, effectively managing 2 classrooms, one in person and one virtual, at the same time. In addition, I would like to thank Coach Shakri Dawadi for managing the cross-country team through the pandemic, taking steps to make sure that we could continue to run together, or, when practices were stopped, making sure that each of us knew what our workouts were so that we could continue running on our own. Of course, this experience isn't unique to the cross-country team. I would also like to thank all of the coaches, teacher sponsors, or parent volunteers giving their time and efforts to make a difference. Finally, I would like to thank every student here for getting us to this position, be it for organizing clubs and activities, following COVID precautions so that we could continue to learn in person, or for making each of our classes more diverse and interesting.
Your efforts these past 4 years do not go unnoticed, and they're also greatly appreciated. Now, looking forward to our futures, I believe that they are all so incredibly bright and promising, and I know that we will all go on to change the world in wondrous ways. If we can persevere through a global pandemic and everything that brought with it, having a huge chunk of our high school years spent navigating online learning and trying to work with peers and teachers from behind a computer screen, and maintaining relationships with family and friends while not actually being able to see them in person, then I truly believe that our class can overcome anything and everything we're faced with strength and resilience. And we will support each other through every challenge and come out the other end of it stronger than ever. As a class, we have already accomplished so much just over the past 4 years, and I'm confident that we are all destined to do great things and change the world.
I honestly disagree with the statement by pundits that all students are behind because of the pandemic. While our learning was disrupted because of COVID, we have also had to learn new skills from it that will become applicable even after the virus becomes something that our kids will ask us about. Through the pandemic, we've had to learn resiliency, motivation, cooperation, time management, and a multitude of other skills in order to succeed. If I had a piece of advice, it would be to not forget what you've picked up during the pandemic. The fact that each of us is sitting here today is a testament to the fact that we've succeeded, and to continue to succeed means not just dropping skills that we've learned as now irrelevant, but seeing how they can continue to be used. For example, while we haven't had to enter a virtual classroom for over a year, knowing how to do schoolwork and collaborate virtually has given me opportunities that I otherwise would not have had.
My advice to everyone is to believe in yourself, for you are far stronger than you could ever imagine yourself to be. Don't be afraid to dream big and chase down your dreams with a burning passion. Let your ambition be your guide and face the challenges you're presented with head on. Embrace failure and learn from it, but don't let it drag you down. And lastly, Never stop pursuing knowledge and learn all you can from everyone you meet.
Thank you to each and every one of you here for contributing to our success. Even though it might seem minuscule, your effort has made all the difference.
Thank you.
I would like to welcome Caitlin Riley to the stage, who will be singing the song Landslide as our senior solo performance.
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed the mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you older, children get older, and I'm getting older too. I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you older, children get older, and I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. And if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe the landslide will bring you down.
Good job, Kiki. That was so good. Okay. Hi, I'm Caroline Burrell. I'm the senior class secretary. I'm truly proud, and I want to congratulate each and every one of you. Before I begin, I'd like to thank a few special people that have helped me along the way. First, Principal Sandoval for always being there since I was 5, Mr. Blonin for helping me become a better leader. I also want to thank all of my teachers and everyone else that has assisted me to get where I am now. You all know who you are. And finally, my family. Ainsley and Shay, I have looked up to you guys since we were little. You always have and always will be my number one role models. And above all, my mom and dad. You guys have always been my rock, pushed me, and supported me in every decision I've made. Thank you. And to the class of 2022, we have all been dreaming of this day since we were freshmen, but I don't think any of us really anticipated how difficult this journey would be. Obviously, our high school experience was unique, but we have overcome those obstacles that stood in our way, and look where we are now. We have made it through 4 years of high school filled with countless late-night cram sessions, last-minute FaceTime calls with friends trying to figure out what the cosine of theta is, and taking 30 minutes to read just one page of Shakespeare. But now that we're all done with that, we have to take the next step in our lives and open up a new chapter, if you will. For some of us, that's college, others, careers, and many, the military. The point is, we all have a perfect path ahead of us, and each one is different from the last. Now it's up to us to move forward and see what's laying in store. This is your senior class secretary signing out.
Hi, my name is Jamie Harvey. I'm the senior class treasurer. Saying goodbye to high school won't be too hard for me, but leaving high school is a different story. We've learned life lessons, met influential people, and made memories that will last a lifetime. As we came into high school, some of us terrified, some of us shy, and some of us not having brains of our own. As we leave, we probably still are terrified. But if we have learned anything, it is that we are resilient and capable of adapting to change. The hardest thing to do is live in the moment and not worry about the future. I want my future self to not only live in the moment, but to be worth something more. As scary as this is, reaching the end of high school, we are now better prepared for the future. Who knows what the future holds, and normally I would wish you luck, but I know the class of 2022 doesn't need it. I'm proud of you all. This is your senior class treasurer signing out.
At this time, we would like to invite all of our seniors who are in our choir program to please come and join the rest of the choir. They will be singing the song, "We've Only Just Begun."
together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. Yes, we've just
Good afternoon. Welcome, parents, family, faculty, honored guests, and the class of 2022. You, the class of 2022, represent the standard of excellence, honor, and spirit that make El Dorado High School one of our nation's best. All that each of you has accomplished has earned you the distinction of being called an El Dorado High School graduate. Your steady persistence, especially in spite of the unique difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement that you have endured along the way, is what has led you to this great accomplishment. The road to graduation may have been more difficult for this class than most others, but perseverance has carried you through. It is this determination and spirit to succeed that will drive your future accomplishments and carry you successfully through the rest of your lives. The life skills and experience you have gained from high school, especially through the great challenges of this past 2.5 years, has prepared you for your future in ways a traditional high school experience would have never been able. You have learned how to adapt and be resilient under very difficult circumstances and pivot at a moment's notice. You will have to confront many uncertainties as you make decisions regarding your future. We all face uncertainties about the decisions that we make, but isn't decision making and problem solving what life is all about? Life isn't easy. However, when difficult times come your way, face them with the same patience, persistence, and determination that you have demonstrated in order to get to this point today. Author Christian D. Larson reminds us of what lies within us when he said, "To believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle." You have demonstrated this belief in yourselves time and time again throughout high school. I have no doubt that you will continue this belief in yourselves and overcome all future obstacles that you will face. Please remember that all the difficulties you encounter throughout your life will become opportunities. Opportunities to learn from your mistakes, opportunities to become stronger for having persevered through something difficult, and opportunities to better understand what is most important to you in life. Above all, remember to make good choices each and every day. Whether you're choosing to continue with your education, join the armed forces, or enter the workforce, most of you will venture out on your own, in some respect or another, and begin your adult lives. Today, you represent the next generation of young adults, and hopefully, the world will continue to be a better place because of each and every one of you. Please be mindful that you are here today not only because of your efforts, but also because of the efforts of your parents, family members, and friends who have loved, guided, and supported you throughout the years. Please remember your teachers, who by virtue of the career they chose, have made a positive impact on your lives, an impact which will be evident in your future accomplishments. On behalf of myself and the faculty and staff of El Dorado High School, I wish to each and every one of you a happy, healthy, and productive life, and I hope that you share your amazing talents for the good of all. Congratulations to you, the graduating class of 2022. It is my honor to invite to the podium Board Member Josefina Dominguez. Ms. Dominguez, the class of 2022 has met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Public Education Department of the State of New Mexico and the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education. They are fully certified for graduation. It is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2022.
On behalf of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, we accept this graduating class of 2022 from El Dorado High School. Best wishes to all of you.
Ms. Coughlin, Mr. Pierce, please begin the presentation of the class of 2022. We will begin with recognition of our top 20 students. Valedictorian with a GPA of 4.65, Gustav Borden. Salutatorian with a GPA of 4.578, Shaylin Fugate. Ranked third with a GPA of 4.529, Alexandria Carnegie. Ranked fourth with a GPA of 4.477, Gage Lewis. Ranked fifth with a GPA of 4.466, Michael Velasquez. Ranked sixth with a GPA of 4.464, Tina No. Ranked seventh with a GPA of 4.45, Keegan Davis. Ranked eighth with a GPA of 4.448, Trinity Whitley. Ranked ninth with a GPA of 4.431, Ainsley Paz. Ranked 10th with a GPA of 4.43, Sydney Moore. Ranked 11th with a GPA of 4.412, Kellen Thiel. Ranked 12th with a GPA of 4.406, Anthony Ivanoff. Ranked 13th with a GPA of 4.379, Logan Bajewski. Ranked 14th with a GPA of 4.377, Angela Brown. Ranked 15th with a GPA of 4.357, Nancy Avila Doe. Ranked 16th with a GPA of 4.344, Caitlin Riley. Ranked 17th with a GPA of 4.342, Jaron Pillars. Ranked 18th with a GPA of 4.335, Ty Munoz Andrada. Ranked 19th with a GPA of 4.325, Trinity Eckstein. Ranked 20th, we have a tie with a GPA of 4.316, Nicholas Muscola and Morgan Wright. Go up together.
Haley Abbott. Gavin Acosta. Preston Adams. Cy Adkins. Naomi Aldrete. Torin Ambrose. Dasi Ahmedi. Ashley Anderson. Emily Anderson. Kimberly Anderson. Madeline Angelino. Anaya Antonio. Denise Archuleta. Shane Aspera. Bailey Baca. Aiden Baca Thompson. Thandon Baker. Polly Baldonado. Tiha Barber. Hannah Beaver. Ava Bell. Amelia Bird. Johan Bermudez. Nicolo Bellotti. Molly Bird. Angelique Bouchard. Adrian Bowman. Dylan Briggs. Brandy Brockman. Jacob Brooks. Mackenzie Broughton. Sebastian Brothers. Emily Bruno. Caroline Burrell. Emma Burt. Ryan Burton. Morgan Cake. Jacob Candelario. Aislinn Cantwell. Omar Carrillo. Elena Casares. Travis Castillo. Trinity Catterall. Samantha Chacon. Maya Chavez. Isabella Chinette. Wesley Chung. Lennon Cochran. Shane Collins. Jesse Conrad. Brianna Cook. Emma Cook. Caitlin Esther Kuntz. Nathaniel Cotanola. Jacob Craig, Joel Crandall, Kate Crandall, Riley Courier, Caden Curry, Lisney Dahl, Mario Daly, Bowden Davis, Thessaly Deacle, Jerry De Leon, Nicholas Delgado, Esteban Dennison, Mary Desmond, Dusty DeTore, Nasim Duwadi, Ella Dion, Audrey Dixon, Susanna Domey, Jake Dyke, Zachary Eldred, Aaliyah Ellingsworth, Jack Ellis, Christopher Estrada, Tanner Fairhurst, Jag Fawcett, Paige Ferrando, Jaden Fisher, Israel Flores, Nicholas Four, Ian Foster, Elias Franco, Ty Franco, Eli Frisk, Shane Fry,
Cameron Galdoni, Nathan Gallegos Herrera, Charity Garcia, Dean Garcia, Guillermo Garcia, Jacob Garcia, Robbie Gardner, Deshaun Gaither, Nina Gentry, Shaden George, Tatiana Gerardo, Alina Gonzalez Garcia, Matthew Granger, Madeline Greenberg, Brooklyn Green, Lillian Grice, Franklin Griffin, Reese Goodell Cox, Ian Gutierrez, Isabella Gutierrez, Hannah Guy, Grant Hanako, Megan Herrenberg, Rosalia Hargis, Morgan Harlan, Jacob Harlow, Jamie Harvey, Tyler Heckroth, Taylor Heinel, Alyssa Hendren, Dalton Henry, Amadeus Hidalgo, Zion Iroi Tejeda, Alex Hoover, Jaden Houston, Evan Hoyt, Kaiser Hoyt, Tyler Humphrey, Emma Honeycutt, Nan Hoon. Brandon Jakovich. Owen Jacobson. Dominique James. Trinity Hardeen. Parker Johnson. Shane Johnson. Benjamin Jones. Chanel Junker. Gabriel Gerardo. AJ Kalama. Weston K. Ocean Keo. Liam Kessler. Grant Kidder. Shane Clock. Haley Cook. Caitlin Kono. Devin Kraus. Jenna Kwarchuk. Andrew Kulik. Michael Kulik. Riley Karowski. Megan Lee. Sammy Lynn. Bryce Lopez. Deanna Lopez. Ethan Lopez. Miranda Lucero. Michaela Ludi. Allison Maithner. Antonio Maldonado. Max Maynor. Santos Marquez. Aiden Martinez. Isaiah Martinez. Kylie Martinez. Leilani Martinez. Raquel Martinez. Jacob Maston. Charles Masterpaul. Connor Mager. Jordan Mayhew. Alistair McBride. Chancellor McCord. Jaxie McCulloch. Mackenzie McInturf. Nathan McKeever. Nicholas McKeever.
Alyssa Mering. Isaiah Mendoza. Matthew Mendoza. Brandon Miller. Thea Miller. Emmanuel Mitchell. Kian Monk. Johnny Montoya. Stephanie Montoya. Caitlin Moore. Sydney Moore. Charles Moots. Alessandro Morrison. Priscilla Munoz. Federico Munoz Jr. Talise Natoni. Ria Nelson. Wei Wen. Timothy Nitafan. Jin Navan. Martin Norlin. Jacob Novick. Harmony Nuanes. Serenity Nuanes. Chinaya Obodo. Adam Oliphant. Nicholas Orr, Nicholas Ortiz, Arminio Otero, Dylan Paclian, Emma Padilla, Caleb Palomares, Sarah Parker, Sean Parkin, Lily Party, Caden Patton, Alexandra Payne, Camden Perea, Hannah Perez, Olivia Perez, Andrew Peterson, Brandon Pham, Andrew Pineda, Cosmo Price, Kendra Price, Shanika Prince, Lakin Qualo, Angeline Kwan, Isabella Quintana, Jupiter Rebego, Aaron Radcliffe, Darian Radfar, Jack Rains, Esteban Ramirez, Angelica Rendon, Genevieve Renfro, Ann Rice, Taylor Rittman, Estrella Rivera, Isabel Roberts, William Roberts, Tammin Robinson, Matthew Rogers, Olivia Rodriguez, Gabriel Rogers, Kathleen Romero, Neilani Romero, Willie Romero, Catherine Ross, Stephen Ruiz, Rachel Ryan, Danielle Salazar, Lorenzo Salazar, Aiden Sandoval, Nicholas Sandoval, Garrett Schaub, Anna Searcy, Timrod Cedillo, Sierra Cerna, Estrella Cerna Sandoval, Alexis Shores, Presley Segala, Pedro Silva, Jeremy Smith, Abigail Spillers, Aiden St. John, Taylor Stanley, Olivia Stape,
Nathaniel Stilling, Dakota Stepp, Gage Stewart, Jacob Stock, Brooklyn Swanson, Elizabeth Swenson, Ella Taft, Jonathan Tejas, Daniel Thompson, Sean Thompson, Jesse Toledo, Jaden Toth, Jacob Town, Destiny Underwood, Marissa Unruh, Bailey Valdez, Kenneth Van Horn, Dante Velasquez, Mason Vistat. Gabrielle Wade. Lacey Washburn. Joseph Watson. McKenna White. Evan Widener. Justin Williams. Maxwell Wood. Mackenzie Yachik. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Let's get one more round of applause for our seniors. Seniors, please stand. It's my honor to lead you in our last act as a high school seniors as we move our tassels from the right to the left. You may now toss your caps.
Miss Coughlin, Mr. Pierce, please lead our processional out.